This is like a hybrid of two tablets, but is it any good? Okay, so this is just going to be a very quick hands-on with the new Honor Pad X8a. I'll try not to waffle on too much like I have done in previous hands-on videos. So Honor Pad X8a, color space gray, 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. This is, I think, a little bit of a hybrid between the Honor Pad 8 and Honor Pad X9, which I have covered in separate videos. So be sure to check those out as well if you're interested in those. It does share a few specs with both devices. So on the top you just get your Honor Pad X8a. Just shuffle that aside for a second and see what else you get. You get a little SIM tool, and then in this little box you get a charging cable and your paperwork. So here is the Honor Pad X8a. Oh, I don't even need to peel that. And it's in space grey, and it shares a design very similar to the Honor Pad X9. Really nice aluminium material, very premium feeling. And then you've got a set of 4 speakers on the tablet, and then you've got your usual volume rocker and power button. There is a SIM tray, so you can put a data SIM in here as well, and then a USB-C charging port at the bottom. So let's just quickly power her on if she's got any juice. Now the Pad X8a comes with an 11-inch TFT LCD display with a 90Hz refresh rate. Same TFT LCD as the X9, but that was 120Hz. But the Pad 8 came with an IPS LCD, which was just 60Hz. A slightly better quality display, but without the high refresh rate on the Pad 8. TFT displays are fine, but they're not as higher quality, at least I found, as IPS LCDs. It's a resolution of 1200 by 1920, and it's got a pixel density of just over 200 pixels per inch, so it's not the sharpest display. And this is just the usual setup process that you do with any other tablet that you get, whether it's Honor or somebody else. So once you've added your Wi-Fi information, it then just takes a second or two just to check for some updates if there are any available. 65% battery out of the box, which is pretty good, enough to get you all set up and ready. So it gives you the option of whether you want to copy any apps or data from a previous tablet. I just want to set this one up as a new tablet. And then it should prompt you in a second to add your Google information. I am an adult sometimes. So there we go. So you just got to add your Google information in. So then once your Google information has been put in, it will get all your account information and continue with the usual bits and bobs that you need to do, accepting Google's terms and services, etc. Choose your search engine. Google is the one for me, set as default. Agree to all the Hey Google bits and bobs. Agree to that. So apparently that OK Google came up on the Honor Pad 9, which is sat behind me. So we won't set up any of this just yet, but you can, of course, put in your Honor ID. I'm not going to do any of that for the minute. It's just face recognition and setting a password, whether that be a pattern or a PIN. I am going to skip that for the time being, and then I'll sort that out later. We'll enable location services because that's good for, of course, for maps. And then you get the option of choosing gestures or the 3 keys. I'm going to stick to gestures. And no, I don't want the tutorial. I'm glad they ask about the tutorial now and not just do it. So here is the Honor Pad X8 out of the box. Bezels are relatively chunky around the outside. Let's just turn that down a second. So swipe right for your control center and then left for your notification center. Unfortunately, you've got to go through all those bits, and I will just put it on silent for a minute. So there isn't a huge amount going on with the Honor Pad X8a out of the box. You have got things like booking.com, TikTok, Netflix, stuff like that already loaded on there. But I will just quickly jump into the settings. Home screen and style. Home screen style, and I will add an apps drawer. That's something I always do out of the box. Gives it a second just to sort it out, or a few seconds as it turns out. And then it just leaves that the same, but it allows you to have all your apps there. So you can delete all of those off of there if you want and just have them here and then access the rest there. So you've got your usual customization bits for your home screen. You can pinch to add, you can add the weather app, and you can go away, and you can move it around, although it's not letting me do that just yet. Let's remove that just for a second. And then you can add different ones as well. If I try and go on to weather, there you go, you can add a smaller one, which makes it a bit easier then to customize it how you want. And there are other options that you can add on there as well. Tips guide, calendar, clock, gallery, and that sort of stuff as well. And then I'm not going to go through every setting, but you've just got your usual settings menu. So your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, home screen and style, which I've briefly touched on, and then display brightness, etc. And you can switch the refresh rate, so you can have it set as dynamic, standard on just 60 Hz to save some power, or up to 90 Hz all the time. Dynamic is generally the one that I go for. Of course, your biometrics, so you've got lock screen password, extend, unlock. I've not seen that before, but I won't set that up just yet. And then if we go to system and updates, software update, and just checking for updates, and we are up to date on Android 14 with Magic OS version 8. It's powered by the Snapdragon 680, which is the same as found on the Honor Pad 8, with 4 gigs of RAM plus 4 gigs using Honor's RAM Turbo and 128 gigs of storage. And then you've got a July 2024 security patch, which is nice and up to date. So it's quite a nice 11-inch display. It's slightly smaller than the 11.5-inch on the Honor Pad X9, and then of course a bit smaller than the 12-inch display on the Honor Pad 8. And I will just grab the Honor Pad 9 as well, which has a 12-inch display, as you can see is a little bit bigger, and it has got slimmer bezels than the Honor Pad X8a, but it is a more expensive tablet. But the build quality is the same. You get a nice aluminium design, which is really nice. But I have got videos on the Honor Pad 9 if you want to check that out. And I've also got videos on the Honor Pad X9 and Honor Pad 8 as well. And then I will just quickly jump into the camera, and it's just a very basic 5 megapixel camera, unsurprisingly for a tablet at this cheap £150 asking price. And then it's the same 5 megapixel selfie camera, which unsurprisingly doesn't take the best photos, but it's not bad. It's fine for video calls and that sort of thing. So that's just my very quick look at the Honor Pad X8a. I will be dropping a separate review video on this like I did with the Pad 9. Check that out as well, and the other tablet videos on my channel if you're interested. And subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you're curious to see how the X8a handles everyday use with gaming, video, all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.